Hello, my friends. It's another quick video for one of our students. The question is, what is the difference between these things? PV, plan value, BAC, the budget at completion, and the cost baseline. This is a very good question because they are all interrelated. So, straight up in the world of earned value, when we say budget at completion, we're really talking about the cost baseline. But what is the cost baseline? The cost baseline is the amount of money that you are going to spend for the project, excluding management reserves. So we have, let's say, $12,000 for the entire project. This does not contain management reserves, okay? But what makes it a baseline is it's the time-phased budget at completion, month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need to know how much money we are budgeting to spend each month. So it's not enough to say $12,000. No, it has to be broken down. So let's say it's broken down into 2,000, 2,000, 1,000, 1,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. You get what I'm saying? So that will be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's the time-phased budget at completion, the budget for the project in total and also periodically. See, now where does PV come in? PV is the budgeted cost. My computer's going crazy. Is the budgeted cost of work scheduled. And we're talking about the work scheduled for any of these time periods. So we could have the PV for month 1 or the PV for month 2. You see, the PV for month 1 is 2K. The PV for month 2 is 2K. The PV for month 3 is 1K. The PV for month 4 is 1K. PV for month 5 is 5K. But what is the budget at completion? The budget at completion is 12,000. The cost baseline is 12,000, but we're talking about periodically, okay? Now, just to clear this up for you one more time, let's look at all these terms in the project management body of knowledge guide. So let's go over to the glossary, take a look at planned value. Planned value. Planned value is on page 261. What does it read? It says, planned value is the authorized budget assigned to scheduled work. Remember, I said it's the budgeted cost of work scheduled. See that? It is the authorized budget planned for the work to be accomplished for an activity or WBS component, not including management reserve. The budget is allocated by phase over the life of the project, but at a given point in time, planned value defines the physical work that should have been completed. So if we draw out our map again of our $12,000 budget, and we say month 1, month 2, month 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and we say 2,000, 2,000, 1,000, 1,000, 2, 2, 2. When we say budgeted cost of work scheduled, this is our planned value for month 1. Get it? Okay. It says the total of PV is sometimes referred to as the performance measurement baseline. The total plan value for the project is known as budget at completion. So the total plan value, this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this, the total is 12,000, and that is the budget at completion. Get it? So I often say the budget at completion is the cumulative plan value. All right. So Ibrahim, I hope this has helped you to better understand at least the plan value. Now let's go to another definition, which is the budget at completion, the BAC. Let's take a look at what we have here. So budget at completion, not to be confused with budget, as I have shown you, is really all about the cumulative plan value. Let's read what the PMI tell us in the Pembroke Guide. Page 261, 262, 264. It's all over the place. So let's take a look at 261. That was the first mention. Let's go to page 262. And this is where we can see the variance analysis with BAC in there, okay? And then again, it's mentioned on page 264. And here it talks about the BAC being viable or not. Let's go to the glossary and take a look. And this is how you study. You got to open everything and take a look and get all the definitions down, and it will help you. Budget at completion. Page 700. The sum of all budgets established for the work to be performed. I have a little bit of an issue with that definition. It is not the best, because if people read that, they're going to think it's talking about the full budget. It's not, okay? So when we talk about the budget at completion, this is not the same as the budget, okay? Why? Because the budget contains something that is not in this picture. What is not in this picture is the management reserves. All right, management reserves plus your cost baseline will give you your project budget. However, we very loosely in the world of earned value, when we say budget at completion, when we say BAC, we're really talking about the cost baseline. It says here on page 267, BAC, the sum of all budgets established for the work to be performed. I would have said less management reserves. But anyway, it says here in the next column, the value of total planned work, the project cost baseline. So if you take a look at page 255, it becomes clearer that you have the project budget, which is not the cost baseline, right? The project budget is made up of management reserve and the cost baseline. You see that? Then the cost baseline is made up of your control accounts. And those control accounts have a makeup of your contingency reserve and your work package cost estimates. And then your work package cost estimates have an activity contingency reserve and the activity cost estimates. This is on page 255, so you do need to know how this stuff pans into the picture. But there you have it, Ibrahim. You have your BAC, budget at completion, which is all of your PVs added up, PV1 plus PV2 all the way to PVN, okay? And then you know what your PV is, of course, but then you have your cost baseline, which is in essence the same thing. But when we say baseline, remember you need to have the spread over the time periods. You got to know, okay, it's 12,000 spread over how many months, and how is it broken out month by month? All right, I hope this helps. You take care. Let us know if we can help anymore. Bye.